Jai Hanuman, and hello. My name is Dr. M. Anjani Tevis. I am an osteopathic physician. I have a private practice called Nine Rivers Osteopathy that is based in Ithaca, New York and Binghamton, New York, working out of Well Within Studios in association with Hanuman Siddhi. I'm here today in Vermont at Burlington Yoga. I'm very excited to be here. I want to thank Piper Abbott for having me here and giving me this opportunity to share my understanding of the breath. And I want to start today by offering some gratitude to all of my teachers who have contributed greatly to my understanding of the breath. Most especially, I would like to thank Dharma Bodhi, who has contributed more to my understanding and self-exploration than any other human being. The most important place for us to start is at the thoracic diaphragm, to start with the anatomy of the thoracic diaphragm, because that is really the only muscle that you need to move, that you need to actively work in order to get your best breath. And actually, the only time you actually have to actively work the thoracic diaphragm is during inhalation. Let's take a look at the thoracic diaphragm, and I think what you'll see is that it is a sheet of muscle and fascia with some holes in it, and it's attached to the bottom of the ribs, the bottom of the sternum, and the front of the spine. That's the bottom of the sternum, the bottom of the ribs, and right around to the front of the spine. And I want you to actually really take a good look at the part of the diaphragm that is attached, the back half of the diaphragm, what's attached to the back of the ribs, and even more importantly, notice that there are fibers, tendinous attachments of the diaphragm that actually climb down the thoracic vertebra all the way to L4. That is basically directly back from your navel. So there are tendinous attachments of the diaphragm that climb all the way down to the lumbar vertebra that is directly back from your navel. Okay? And I want you to also notice that if you follow those tendinous attachments up from the navel to the muscle of the diaphragm, you'll see that those tendinous attachments go right into fibers that wrap up around. They kind of make a hole. They loop up and around and come back, creating a hole in the diaphragm, which is where your esophagus comes through. Now that part of your diaphragm is actually your lower esophageal sphincter. It's what keeps food from coming back up your esophagus in general. So that is actually your diaphragm that does that work. I want you to also take a look a little off to the left, to the right, and you'll see another hole for your vena cava, the large vein that brings blood back to the heart. And if you look just behind the esophagus, you'll see the aorta, which is the major artery going down through the abdomen and delivering blood to the rest of your body. So for a moment, what I want you to do wherever you are is take a moment. If you wish, you can put your fingers right on your thoracic diaphragm and put your fingers right at the bottom of your sternum and trace the bottom of your ribs all the way around to the place where your ribs connect into your spine, right? You can just trace those borders. And what I want you to do, and you can even, if you want, run your finger down to L4, which is if you touch the top of your hip over here on the side and cut around, you'll find that one thumb will come to your navel and the other will go to L4. That's how far down your vertebra your diaphragm goes. So what I want you to do is, now that we've all located that on our bodies, what I want you to do is go ahead and take some deep breaths. Bottom to top, top to bottom. Okay, fill the belly first, then fill the chest, empty the chest first, then empty the belly. If you want to put the hands here for a second, so you can feel that wave-like motion. Belly lifting, chest falling, belly falling. You want to feel that for a couple breaths, go ahead. And then once you've done with that, what I want you to do is just keep breathing in that fashion. I want you to notice where you feel most of the sensation. Breathing produces changing sensations in your body. If you notice at the borders, you'll feel sensations changing. But you're probably going to feel those sensations more in some places than others. Probably more on the front side of your body.